Thought I would do a video on my graded comics. I'm not too big on getting comics graded. Um, these are all sent in, just bought them, already graded. None of the hassle, none of that BS stuff. The only thing I buy graded either is purely Spider-Man. So I have a couple to show off. Thought I would show off because I got them on the cheap, and it's stuff I'll probably keep for a while. It's kind of like a wall hanger kind of decoration. But first one is a PGX. So you can see Joe Scott Campbell, Midtown. I've been looking at this one for a while, and I literally picked this off eBay a couple weeks ago. I paid $25 and $6 shipping, and which is pretty awesome deal, seeing how this comic is already the cheapest you can find right now is for about 17, 18 bucks. And then you can even find it for 17, 18 bucks without shipping and all that. So not too much of a loss. Knowing his stuff usually keeps its value and kind of rises too. So that's one of those ones. And I actually got this last week. I really didn't find a price I wanted, and somebody posted this one on eBay. Another PGX. I really don't prefer PGX, CGC, CBS. There's actually some older brands I just found out about, and there's really none floating around on eBay, which is kind of funky. You would think I don't remember the names, but I'm pretty much going with PGX. CGC is cool. I gave CBCS a look into. I have one from CBCS. It's fine. It's whatever's going for the price I want it for. CGC is slowly trickling down. You know, people are paying extra money to have a CGC, but pretty much in the end, it's a comic that's getting graded. You know, it's the right price. It doesn't, CGC has a longer history, but how long? 16, 15 years they've been around. Even CBCS, those guys worked for CGC. But besides that, though, I really wanted this one. I'm a huge Black Cat fan. This one's only 5.0. It's a really, really clean copy. It's a newsstand, white pages. I really don't care for the newsstands either, but people kind of talking them up lately because I have a Venom Lethal Protector one, a newsstand, and a bunch of the regular Spider-Mans on the barcode that say "Oh Man," and then I think I only have two Spawn ones. One's a newsstand and one just the regular with nothing on it, which looks nicer. But the newsstand, it being more of a rare comic that wasn't a bunch of them were sent to comic stores, just a small portion were sent to grocery stores and things like that. So I guess it's kind of cool, but I really don't care. But if it's worth a little bit more money and I happen to get one, that's still kind of cool. But Spider-Man 194, a couple small things I can find on the outside, but nothing too big. I wish I would have gotten the between the 8 to 9 point grade, but for what I paid, I think the guy wanted 60. I don't remember, he wanted 60. He had a best offer price. I'm surprised we jumped on it fast enough, because this going raw at a 5.0 goes between what I paid for it. It goes anywhere from 35 to 60 bucks raw copy, So I pretty much paid what the price was, but I have it in a nice case and easier to display and all that BS. But I paid 45, no shipping, just 45 bucks. And this one right here, Spider-Man 252. A lot of these still flowing around. Prices vary, really back and forth. But there's a bunch on eBay right now that people are constantly getting away. I think this guy I paid, I can't remember if it was 42 or 46 bucks. I think this guy had a best offer too, and I asked him to take some money off or to waive shipping or something like that. I'm a huge Black Suit symbiote guy. Grew up in the 90s. I'm 27. Grew up when Venom Carnage were getting kicked off and the whole symbiote, everything, all that stuff was getting kicked off and stuff with Maximum Carnage on Super Nintendo. Animated show. I grew up with kind of the Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends and all that early stuff, but pretty much I remember what was popular. What would you walk into a comic book store and the biggest person at the time was that whole stuff. And Secret Wars 8, another book that is pretty easy to find. I paid $62, I think, for this. Still got this stupid. I really don't care to have these on here. This one actually is not too bad compared to the cheaper bags, but this is 9.2. Yeah, I paid 62, I think, or 60 or 62. And yeah, these are fairly still easy to find. It's the 9.8s that are the ones that jump up from 130 to like $300. Not even signed copies, you know. Just a really cool copy and stuff. I remember my dad pointing out that they're just not the best drawn. I think I have the first 12 issues just in bag and board, but I think 1 and 2 are the coolest, and then Doctor Doom number 12, but just a really cool issue. The second, pretty much the kickoff to Venom's costume, because that's pretty much all it is Spider-Man's costume is Venom's costume, so. And last one. Didn't really like Ultimate Spider-Man for the longest time, and I started liking it later on. I think younger brother played the GameCube game that came out. It was kind of cool the way they did Venom, and didn't really care for it, the revamp of it, but I've been starting to get in the past year or two. But I think just getting back into comics and stuff. But this CGC 9.8, and if you can already tell at the top, whatever. I paid $1 for this at a Second and Charles in Virginia, and I had no idea because I looked at it, I knew the Ultimate Spider-Man, you know, the first 10, the number 1 was popular for its story. You know, the draw, I forget, Bagley, that, you know, and I picked this up for $1. I was going to do a whole thing and just be like, oh, how did I get it for $1? Easiest thing is pretty much, the easy reason is the reprint on it. And this one's kind of cheesy. This one's, I don't think is worth too much. I think a raw copy is anywhere from $5 to $15. It is the second print, because I know they've had free comic book day crap, and this has been reprinted, like, you know, reprints they do on Popular Comics up to like 5 or 6 with the Harley Quinn stuff and the Batman stuff. But yeah, I paid $1 for this, and obviously because it is a camera doesn't want to focus. KB Toys reprint. So I bought at a used music record bookstore, all that kind of stuff. They get comics, and this was the only one grade, and I saw it, and I was like, oh, what the hell? I didn't get it until I looked later, and I looked, and I saw KB Toys reprint, and I was like, okay. I was like, well, still, there's a couple people on eBay lately, they've been trying to sell for $60 or $80. I'm pretty sure they're not going to get that. But somebody still took their time to send this in, probably when it wasn't really worth anything, you know, besides what they paid for it at the time. But that's pretty much what I have graded. And the only other thing I was going to go over was these Walgreen Secret War toys. They've got the Gentle Giant one. I randomly went in for something different. I saw these on the clearance in the back. The only one I didn't pick up was Hobgoblin. There's Deadpool. Deadpool, I guess, is an exclusive. Obviously, he was in the original Secret Wars. Brown Wolverine, Spider-Man, and Black Suit. I went there just gonna pick up these two, and I was like, I'll grab Deadpool too. And I came back for these, and by the time I came back a day or two later, they were picked over. I wish I you know, for them being clearance, they were originally $5-6, and they were $1.75. But kind of cool thing if anyone else has ran into these. I didn't expect to find Walgreens, but Walgreens has had some stuff. I think the last thing they had that I really wanted was the Star Wars Black Series. They had the concept White Boba Fett. I think my brother picked that up. I think those actually, when they got rid of them too, like $15 or $10, but I missed out on that. And I pretty much sold all the dumb little toys I had, but I had to get these. So, alright, thanks.